Hello, my name is Diane Ebert. I'm Director of Lodi EMS and have been a member here for 35 years. I would have to say that for all of us, the most traumatic calls are those where we are called out late at night, early in the morning hours, when there's been a motor vehicle crash, either a car or a motorcycle that has occurred because of a drunk driver. We always find the drivers unresponsive. We reach for a pulse, and when we get down near their face, we have the overpowering smell of alcohol. These are the most preventable crashes and the ones that we absolutely have no control over. And it leaves a big impression on our staff. And we would certainly wish that drivers would consider alternative methods of getting home so that they make it home.
Well, the first thing is that take the responsibility as a parent to know where they are and what they're doing. I think as they get older, they trust them or want to trust them, and they have too much freedom, and at that age, they take advantage of it. And I think as parents, the same thing holds true. You just can't drop them off at the building and just run out for 6-7 hours and then come back. I think you should be involved when you can, and with both parents working, I think it's a little more difficult, but I think you still know, or you leave them with people that have the same values or the same concerns. I guess being a teacher, and it's not that I don't trust students, but I don't give them the opportunity to do them things. I watch them, because that's my job. Our job as a teacher is taking the role of the parent, and I take that seriously while they're at school. Well, I guess over the years you've seen the impact that it has on your student athletes, your friends, your parents, your community, and it's a no-win situation. But, I had friends in college, I had friends in high school, I've had teams that I've coached, and the impact that the drug and alcohol has on them is just tremendous. And if you can, and the difference, and they go, well, this person does, that person does, what about, adults, well, there's a difference between children doing it or students doing it and adults. Number one, their growth is impacted, and they can have consequences for life. For me personally, if I could save one kid, and I wouldn't drink at all. And I haven't had any alcohol, drugs for 29 years. And if it can save one kid, it's worth everything. It just didn't get me anything. And for me personally, you look at yourself as an athlete, I look at myself as a coach, as a teacher, a parent. I couldn't have done the things that I have done in my life that are very rewarding with alcohol. I'd even dream of this at night, of walking downtown Lodi, so I guess it's pretty apparent that it's here, right? If it's, and I'd walk around the corner and here you'd be either chewing tobacco, spit. God dang, I have to do something about it. I knew I would not, go, oh, you can't do that because you're going to be a state champion. You're allowed to have chewing tobacco, or, sorry, you're done. And that would be, and that, as parents, I think that's, if you set them consequences up there, they better happen.
Prescription drug abuse is at an all-time high right now. teenagers are finding these drugs more socially acceptable than your quote-unquote street drugs. Unfortunately, these drugs are highly addictive and they carry the same harsh penalties if you're caught possessing them without a valid prescription. As a parent, it's your responsibility to lock up all your medications and keep inventories on them. The Lodi Police Department has a drop box for unused medication in our lobby. Please take advantage of this service and bring in your unused medications.
I'm Dale Anderson. I've lived in Lodi for just about 4 years. Moved here August 4 years ago. I'm the father of 6 boys. I have 5 that live in Lodi, and 1 graduated from college and he's off to be a basketball coach in Dubuque, Iowa. My wife homeschools, used to teach, and we are part of the community action team because we just think it's one of the most important things for Lodi to be, for any community, but Lodi as well, to be dealing with. I think parents have the ultimate responsibility for their youngsters. It says so in the Bible. It says so in just the way you're brought up down over the years, and I think it's our job to teach our children well and to protect them. And when it comes to things like alcohol or drugs, the studies just abound about early alcohol use. Forget illegal, forget against the athletic code, but early use can lead to long-term developmental effects for somebody. And if that reason isn't enough to try to get you to stay involved and make sure it's not a part of their lives, then I'm not sure you're getting it. That there are a number of arguments that come up with adults, with parents, that kind of are wink wink, nod, turn your back, or sometimes even outright support. You'll hear things like, in the safety of my own home, or I took all the car keys. And what is it? Long-term effects, illegal, against the code. 3 strikes, 3 reasons not to do it. Other reasons are, you don't have my permission. Not now, not ever. And a study that I read done locally is that 90% of the parents surveyed said that they would not want their kids, even in a so-called safe environment, to be provided alcohol, or for some even turn their back on it. I think that's something that some people need to hear. I'm very concerned about something that is, to me, a very new phenomena. They're called Skittles parties, or where kids are trading, sharing, dealing, mixing, whatever it is, pharmaceuticals, prescription meds, and there's actually theft around that. Guard your medicine cabinets and keep things locked up and away, where some kids have been taking what they don't even know what dosage it is. And can you imagine the doctor in that emergency room? Can you imagine the long-term effects? Somebody with the wrong combination of a handful could cause, problems forever. And for what?